Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a foundation review for you. I have used this a couple times already, so this is my full review on the product. It's not a first impression. And this is the new Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation. It's actually not new because this was out before. If you guys remember, the packaging was in a twist-off bottle. You had to pour out. This was out a little while ago, but now it has a pump. It's all revamped, and I'm so happy they brought this one back because I liked it then, so I want to see if I liked it now, which, spoiler alert, I do. So I am wearing that on my face today, and this video is actually in collaboration with my friend Samantha Jane here on YouTube, so please go check out her video. We thought it would be a good idea to show you how this foundation looks like on both dry skin types and oily skin types. So please go check her out. She's everything that I look for in a good YouTuber. She's so well spoken, she's beautiful, and she's really knowledgeable about makeup in the industry and everything like that. So I think you guys are going to really love her channel. As I said, she has a different skin type to me. She's oily, so I think it would be really beneficial to do foundation reviews with someone else. So you can check out and see what it looks like on her skin and what it looks like on mine. So please go check her out and tell her that Cheryl sent you. So without further ado, let's jump into my demo of the foundation, how it performs on my dry skin. You will see a wear test, flash test, all that good stuff like I do in all my foundation reviews for you guys. So let's get to it. For my foundation color, I picked 312 Golden from the Ulta website, and this is my self-tan, fresh self-tan shade. And typically what I like to do is buy my darkest shade, and then if I need to lighten it up a bit, I will take a white mixer like this LA Girl Pro Coverage, and I've tried it with the foundation. It works really nicely. One thing I like about this formula is that it plays nicely with other products. I've tried it with a few different concealers. I've tried mixing it with the white, and it doesn't affect the consistency, wear time, coverage, anything like that. I really like that it plays well with products, because sometimes you'll try a foundation, it doesn't play nicely with some of your favorite products, and that's typically a deal breaker for me. So far, so good. I have applied an oil to my skin. I do have dry skin, and when I'm wearing a full coverage matte foundation like this, I do really need to apply oil to my skin because of my dry skin. So I'm using the Tatcha Gold Camellia Beauty Oil on my face, and then I'm going to be applying the foundation. Where are you? With the new sponge that Maybelline has. For this foundation, I've tried it with a brush as well as a beauty blender, and I much prefer it with a beauty blender for my dry skin. And this is the first time I'm using this beauty blender, but it's also from Maybelline. I decided to pick this up when I was purchasing that foundation from Ulta, and it's their Face Studio blender. It has a really unique shape to it. I really like it. It feels nice and soft. It did expand, as you can see, compared to the case it came in. It definitely got bigger. The sponge is a really unique shape. I haven't seen something like this yet. And the bottom is actually flat, if you can see that. It doesn't round out. It definitely has a flat surface, which is going to be nice for applying the foundation. So we're going to get started. I find less is more with this product. Also, if you're used to the old foundation, it was in a screw top and it didn't come with a pump. Muscle memory made me want to unscrew this when I first got it, and I broke off some of the plastic, so don't do that. It is a pop top and it comes with a pump. Like I was saying, less is more, so I'm gonna go with one full pump of this foundation. I don't think this layers that well on my dry skin. It can look cakey when I do 2 layers, which I typically like to do, is layer my foundation, but this enough full coverage for my liking. Before I apply that, I need to put a pore filling primer on my nose area and my cheeks, because this foundation does nothing for my pores, unfortunately. I do find that it accentuates them, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this Shiseido Ibuki Smart Filtering Smoother just to smooth out my problem areas. Consistency isn't going anywhere while I'm waiting and doing this step. I did pick up the new Master Prime Primer Base, and this is their Hydrate and Smooth. I didn't care for this. I do love the Maybelline Pore Primer that they have. I think that's a better option than this, and I would go that way. If you have pore issues like myself, this I don't feel like extends the wear of the foundation. It already lasts a long time, and I'd rather just use my own oils for hydrating and smoothing my skin. So this I would pass on. I didn't care for it, but maybe you'll have better luck than I did. And we're gonna go ahead and apply this to this side of my face. I do have a nice blemish right there. Covers it up really nicely. This color does pull slightly orange on my skin if you're in the same family as my self-tan colors. You can see my skin tone is definitely more neutral, so the color match isn't perfect on me just because I do feel like this pulls more orange. However, when I mix in the white, it actually works really nicely. I really like this sponge. This is what one layer of the foundation looks like. I think it looks really good. I'm not going to layer it up because that's when I find it looks cakey, especially if you're using a brush. So that's why I like this foundation with one light layer. I think it gives really nice coverage. As you can see, the redness is gone from my blemish. You can still see the texture, but that's gonna stay there. And I really like this sponge. I like the shape of it. It is nice to get in between my eyebrows, go around my brows so I don't mess them up. So I do really like the sponge. I like the shape. I love the curves of it. I think it's really nice. So definitely recommend that. It's really nice. As I said, I've been trying this out the past few days and I really do like it. So I'm going to go ahead, finish off the rest of my face, come back. I'm going to do my flash test, all that kind of stuff. And I'll talk a little bit more about the claims of the foundation, whether I agree or not with it. And then we're going to see how it wears throughout the day. So I will be right back, completely done. I am back. I just completed my full face of makeup. And if you guys are curious about the eye look, I actually filmed a mini little demo and tutorial for the palette I used, which will be up before this video. So if you want to go check that out, you can definitely go check that out after. But this is the completed look. As I said before, I feel like all products have been playing really nicely with this foundation. Everything lays on top beautifully and it mixes in nicely. So no complaints there. For the claims, it's full coverage foundation, 100% agree with. Up to 24-hour wear. I would equate this foundation to that of Estee Lauder Double Wear. It lasts all day for me. So morning to night, lasts all day. If you're looking for a long wear foundation, definitely get this one. I'm not sure about the 24-hour wear because I don't wear my foundation that long, but it lasts all day for me. Just like Estee Lauder Double Wear for me, I actually find this a little bit hard to remove even with makeup oils and things like that. It's definitely one of the harder to remove foundations because it's locked onto your face. I don't need any kind of prolonging primer, setting spray, nothing. The foundation is good on its own. Breathable and comfortable. It definitely feels lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a mask. However, if you are building this up, it can start looking and feeling cakey. So I do recommend less is more with this foundation, but you really don't need a lot because it's definitely full coverage. Oil-free, doesn't clog pores, dermatologist tested. So far I haven't had any issue with breaking out. I was testing out the Huda Beauty foundation and I'm pretty sure that was breaking me out, but I'm gonna do a full video on that. So far, this has been good for me. Honestly, when everything's said and done, I don't think the foundation is that bad of a color match for me when I have a tan. I think it looks pretty good, but it was pulling slightly orange at first, and this doesn't oxidize on me. I don't have any issue with that. The only thing that I just don't like about it is I don't feel like it does anything for my pores, but a pore product works wonders and it plays nicely with the foundation, as I said. So that is everything for the foundation. You will see how it wears throughout the day to see if there's something that you want to pick up. I've been trying it out and I love it. I would recommend it. You can see for the footage if this is something that you think will hold up for you throughout the day. I do have dry skin. This can work for me. I've tried this without an oil. It works fine for me, but it does look a little bit dry, so I do like to apply an oil prior for my dry skin. I'm going to insert my flash test in here. Don't have any issue with flash. It's a really great foundation. I love Maybelline foundations and this is definitely one I'm happy to see make a return. It has a pump. Love the packaging now and I really like it for my dry skin. And I'm always concerned about full coverage matte foundations for dry skin, but I can make it work for mine. So I hope you guys can find your color match and definitely try it out. That is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and this collab idea. I thought it was a great idea to show you how a foundation looks like on two different skin types, especially one that's more dry and one that's more oily, so you can kind of see maybe where you'd fall in if it's going to be a little bit too dry for you or if it's going to work on oily skin. I have a feeling this is going to look even better on Samantha, but I haven't seen her video yet, but That's what I think. I think it's gonna look a little bit better on oily skin because my skin is dry, and as I said, it can look a little bit heavy on the dry patches that I have and build up if I use too much. So that's it. Be sure to subscribe to Samantha's channel. She's honestly one of my personal favorite people to watch here on YouTube. She's a fellow Canadian. She's beautiful. She's knowledgeable, well-spoken. She's everything I look for in a YouTuber, and I know you guys for certain are going to love her channel. So please go check her out, and I will see you all in my next video.